morning, Greg.
Oh, hi, Evie.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I just want to know when you're planning on going back to Springfield.
Oh, well, probably not till everything here is straightened out. Why? Do you have to get back to Cedars?
No, I don't. I don't know what I'm going to do right now.
Well, listen, if you're worried about me, I mean, you can just go back by yourself if you want to. I could always catch a flight.
Well, as I said, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I'll try to arrange it so that we can drive back together, okay?
Okay.
Look, is Rita here? If she is, I'd like to speak with her.
Greg, I just don't know what's been going on here. I mean, you were here last night and everything. I just don't want you to upset her.
Evie, I'm not going to upset her. Will you, please, just tell her I'm here, will you?
Wait here, okay?
Okay.
Rita!
What?
Greg's outside waiting for you. He wants to talk to you.
Why didn't you let him in?
Because I just didn't want him bothering you.
Evie, it's not bothering me.
I just don't know what's going on here. I mean, he was here last night and now he's here again. I mean, what's going on?
Evie, he's just a friend and he's concerned about me, that's all.
Rita,
What?
did you tell him you were pregnant? Does he know?
Yes.
I thought you said you didn't want anybody to know.
I didn't. I better let him in.
Do you want me to stay or what?
No, there is no need.
Okay.
You want to come out and talk in the car?
About what?
What do you think about?
No. Well, I certainly didn't expect to see you again.
I didn't sleep all night.
Oh, am I supposed to feel sorry for you?
Rita, I just want to know, is the baby mine? Rita, I know you got pregnant about the time that we were down in St. Lucia. And I know that you and Ed were having problems then.
What's the matter, Greg? You afraid I'm going to point a finger at you?
Will you just tell me the truth? Am I the father? Am I the only possibility?
And now, the guiding light.
What is it?
Your pulse becomes abnormal whenever I touch you. It makes it difficult to get an accurate reading. It is fine.
Just can't keep your hands off me, can you?
Good. I am satisfied.
I'm glad. So when do I get out of here?
Sit up, please. How does it feel when I press here? Is it painful?
Oh, it's a slight twinge.
You have stitches there. It will cause you some pain until they are removed. But other than that, you should have no discomfort.
All right.
I think we are ready to release you from the hospital. Are you ready to have your bandages removed?
Sure.
Good. We will start with your face.
I don't think I'm going to be satisfied.
I explained the situation.
Do you know Am I the father?
No, you are not the father.
I'm not. Why didn't you tell me that last night?
Why? Were you afraid I was going to ask you to help me?
I don't know what I thought. The more I kept thinking about it, the more I got worried that I was sure it was mine.
Greg, we were only together one night, that's all.
Rita, I know that. But the way you responded, I don't know. I kept thinking that you and Ed hadn't been
Greg, you can just stop thinking.
I just wish the heck you hadn't told Ed that you had an affair. And when he finds out you're pregnant, he's gonna worry.
He's not going to know that I'm pregnant.
Yeah, well, how are you gonna arrange that? It's your baby. It's your decision.
Oh, you just make it sound so simple. Look, Greg, I don't want you to say anything to anybody about this.
Well, why would I want to do that?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be that, it wouldn't help your future at Cedars that much, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of the chief of staff. Of course, that was a different matter altogether when you had nothing to lose, especially when you knew I was having problems with my marriage.
Listen, Rita, will you just take it easy? Everything's going to be all right. Now, I don't want Ed to know. You don't want Ed to know.
Oh, you don't give a damn about anybody but yourself, do you?
Rita.
I really misjudged you. Oh, I wish I'd never met you.
I'm just damn glad it's not my child.
Well, I'm not sure, if you want to know the truth. I'm not sure whose it is.
Well, then you and I are just going to make a deal right here now. We're going to make a decision that it is going to be Ed's child.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Hope Bauer, a design consultant.
Well, you're here. This is it.
Oh, yeah? Well, where's the president of the company?
Well, the president of the company had to go out on business. Besides, you probably would have had to call several days in advance to get an appointment to see
You're
her.
going to be a very bad influence on her. I can see that right now.
I hope so. Well, I'm trying to help her out. Get settled. Well, dear, what do you think?
I like it. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, I think it's nice. She's very excited about it, of course. You know, we were here at, I don't know, very early this morning, and my guess is we're going to be here till midnight because your daughter wants everything just so.
Well, I think designer's office has to be a little spiffy, don't you think? Where'd she go?
Well, right after the phone was put in this morning, she got a call from a Mr. Morrison who's moving his company
Morrison,
into the
yeah,
industrial
sure.
park.
Does he want her to design his office?
He wants to talk to her about it.
Really? Oh.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, nothing. It's just such a big firm. That's terrific.
Well, I think that she can handle it, dear.
Oh, well, no, there's no question about it. I mean, just that I didn't expect her to get such a big account right off the bat. You know?
Well, she hasn't got it. She's...
Well, I mean, yeah, I know we're talking as though she's got it already.
Well, she probably will get it.
Well, I may be prejudiced, but I think she's got the talent.
Oh, yes. And she's very bright, you know. Well, she gets that, of course, from her father.
Well.
Anyway, I think that Mr. Morrison will be impressed by her.
Well, I hope it works out.
You know, I wanted to talk to you anyway, dear. I tried to reach you last night at home, but you weren't there.
Yeah, no, I was at the office. Late.
Michael, have you talked to Ed?
Yeah, he came by the office last night.
And how is he?
Well, it's a very bad time for him.
Is Rita coming back?
I don't know.
Tell me, did you see this coming?
Well, no, I thought they were having troubles, but I didn't realize it was this serious. I don't think Ed did either, for that matter.
And what did he say to you?
Well, he really didn't want to talk about it, Mom. Well, tell Hope that I wish her a lot of luck. I'll be talking to her.
Oh, honey, can't you stay? She'll be back quite soon.
No, I have to get over and see Holly. Something's come up.
I hope it isn't bad news.
No, oh no.
She's still going to marry Peter.
Oh, yes, sure. No, it has nothing to do with that. Something came up when I was talking to Ed. And it's about something that happened about the shooting and just might help her.
I'm awful glad that you haven't given up on her.
No, I'm not about to do that.
Of course you're not.
She seems fine.
Were you worried?
I know Mother's been spending a lot of time with her, but I was afraid she might be upset by the disruption.
You mean about Rita leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to hear Christina's last word on the subject, we talked about it in the car on the way up here.
What did she say?
She said she was glad that Rita had gone away.
I don't know what the problem was there. They never got along.
I guess it's hard for a kid to adjust, accept someone new.
Yeah.
I hope she'll accept me.
She's always loved you.
Yeah, but this is different in a way. How would you feel about telling her now?
Chrissy? I see your picture. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh,
That's really great.
that's great. I wish I had one like that.
You think you could make Pete one?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, kiddo. I've got some really good news to tell you.
What is it?
Well, you know, Peter and I have been good friends for a long time. And we're thinking about getting married. I'm really happy about that idea. Are you?
Listen, Chrissy, I love your mother very much, and I want to make her as happy as I can. So, and I just want you to know that if you need me for anything, I want to help. So think of me as a father, you know, or a good friend, or a big brother, something like that. But I want us all to be very happy, and I'm going to look after you, take care of you. We're going to be a family, huh?
It'll be a change in our lives, honey, but a good one. What are you thinking?
What about Roger? I thought you were married to him.
I'm not married to him anymore, honey. He's not coming back.
There will be almost no scarring. You understand, of course, you will have some discoloration for a time. Your hands are quite cold. You must be nervous.
Can I see the mirror?
Of course.
I knew it.
As I said, the scarring on your chest was so extensive that it took me so long to repair, I could only make a start on your face for the time being.
You hardly did anything.
I have made a start. I've begun to thin the nose here at the bridge. You see, there is a change. And later on, we will work on the eyelid, then the hairline, and the brow. But for now, you are still quite a handsome man.
So can I leave today?
Yes. You are still angry with me. Arthur, your expectations are not realistic. Often patients have strange notions of how much surgery can do. And then even when the procedure is successful, they are disappointed when they see the reality.
I have to be able to go where I want to go without being recognized.
Arthur, did you really believe that surgery could change you so quickly that you could go back to the people you know best and not have them know you? It is not possible. Even if you had many operations, they would recognize something. It could not be disguised. People who know us well can always sense it.
I told you what I'd hoped for.
Arthur, you can do other things. The way you dress. Eyeglasses, for instance.
Oh.
I promise you, with glasses and different clothes, you could go back to the restaurant where we met so often, and even the waiter there would not recognize you. Now, you try it. You'll see that I'm right.
Can I go home now?
Yes. But I want to see you tomorrow. I want to make sure that the scars are beginning to heal properly.
All right.
I am sorry, Arthur.
Oh, well. In any case, I've got to get on with my plans.
Holly. This is Dr. Quinn. This is Holly Thorpe.
Hello.
Mrs. Thorpe?
Ed told me what happened about the discrepancies in your memories about the shooting, and I would like you to tell Dr. Quinn about that.
Well, there really isn't much to tell. I mean, we started talking about the shooting, and we found that we remembered it differently.
How so?
Well, it was strange. Up to a certain point, we remember the same thing, and then Roger said some things to me that Ed doesn't recall.
I see.
Now, Holly, I had asked Ed to write down what you said at the time of the shooting, and he put it on that.
Do you remember anything like that, or did the words seem strange to you?
What the hell are you doing, Holly? You're protecting Ed, aren't you? You love him. Don't
Do you remember Thorpe saying that?
you? Yes, I remember.
You remember everything before you fired the gun?
Yes, but there was more, I'm sure.
All right, can you tell me, what did he say? Do you have any memory, do you have any mental picture of Roger and Dr. Bauer struggling?
Yes,
Do you remember how you felt?
I was afraid.
And that's why you reached for the gun?
Well, I knew the gun was there, and I knew how much Roger hated Ed, and I was afraid that he would kill him.
Do you remember your thoughts when you were going for the gun? What were they?
I didn't want him to get it.
And after you got the gun, what happened?
Roger came over to the desk and saw that the gun wasn't there, and then he looked up at me. And he said that.
Did he say anything else?
He said, I've seen the way you look at Ed. Why don't you look at me that way? And I'm not putting up with it anymore. And that's when I was begging him to leave me alone, and he wouldn't. And I shot him.
Dr. Bauer doesn't remember it happening that way.
I know.
How do you account for the fact that you remember it so differently?
Well, Ed was on the floor. Roger had knocked him down. He doesn't remember it very clearly.
Well, yes, I know he was struck and he fell down. But he's sure he never lost consciousness, even briefly. And he was certain that he could see and hear everything that happened.
Well, I can't explain that. But I know that my memory is very clear. I can see it. I can hear it. I'm not imagining it. Is that what you think?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, it's like the trial all over again.
Oh, how do you mean?
Having to go through it.
Now, before you went on trial for this shooting, you spoke to a psychiatrist. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Well, I read the report that the psychiatrist submitted to Mr. Bauer. He said that you felt great remorse about Roger's death.
I did.
Despite what he did to you, he raped you. He threatened to take away your child.
I had committed murder.
But the law recognizes that there are circumstances in which a person may strike out against another. Self-defense or the defense of a loved one. But you told the psychiatrist that you felt that you deserved to be in prison. Do you recall that?
I didn't want to be in prison. I didn't want to be separated from my daughter.
Well, I read the trial transcript, and I read your testimony and Roger's testimony, and I read Mike's notes. And I think I can understand your thoughts at that time. But you know, memory is a very strange thing, especially memories of very upsetting events. I think some changes may have occurred, and I think we might try to understand them. I'd like to ask you some more questions.
Well, I will answer whatever you want, but I still don't understand why you're here.
Holly, I think we may have a way to help.
Madame Perrault,
Yes. I'm calling about a patient. I'm told you can help me.
what is it you wish?
I want to speak to a patient there, Mr. Arthur Green. Can you have this call transferred to his room?
Mr. Green. Ah, yes, it is Dr. Dubois' patient. I'm afraid I cannot help you, monsieur.
It's urgent.
I'm sorry. Mr. Green left this morning.
When did he leave?
He was released earlier today.
Is he still in Paris?
Ah, monsieur, but I do not know.
Well, you must have an address for him. It's urgent that I reach him.
Yes, monsieur, just a minute, I will check.
Ah, monsieur, oui. I do have an address for Mr. Green. It is 403 Rue de Villiers.
403 Rue de Villiers. Thank you.
Hey! You okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You look exhausted.
No. I'm just
Yeah.
enjoying the air.
Hey, Foot, I really appreciate you coming out here. I love
yeah.
the company.
Yeah, sure, anytime. I can use the workout. Actually, I'm a frustrated athlete at heart. Reminds me when I used to play football.
You used to play football.
Yeah. Yeah, not in college or anything, but you gotta be a Godzilla to play in college. I played a little in high school.
Did you like it?
Oh, yeah, sure. I like the glory, man, you know. Cheerleaders. But I wasn't too crazy about being tackled, though, you know. I mean, some of those teams, man, there was like the Incredible Hulk and all his relatives coming at you.
Oh.
So how many more laps did you do?
Oh, just 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
So how do you feel?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it, eh?
No, you're so right. I'm just loafing today.
Loafing?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're doing great.
Floyd, I am still so out of shape.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
How do your legs feel? They feel okay?
Yeah, not bad. How about yours?
I got a few thousand knives stuck in mine.
Floyd.
Oh, no. There's no problem. I'm pulling them out one by one.
You know, the best thing for that is to come out here regularly. Make sure that your form is right, though.
Yeah.
Hey, look, why don't you take one more lap around and I'll analyze your form, okay?
No. That's okay. That's okay. You know? I think I'd be more help to you if I sacrificed the running and started timing you.
Hey, I'm not ready for that yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you want to see your improvement? I got my watch. I left it over there. I get it.
Whatever you think, Floyd.
Yeah, really. No, it's not that I don't like to jog. It's just that, you know, I think I better time you.
Okay. I'll do another lap.
Yeah, okay. I'll get my watch.
Okay.
You just keep on trucking. I'll get my watch in a minute here. Just gotta catch my breath.
There's just one thing that I have to tell you. I know we don't think alike. But I care about you. I love you. I just want to help. I know you know how I feel about the abortion. But if you feel like you need to go ahead and do it.
Evie, I know you don't think I should do it.
It's not that. It's just I'm your sister. I can't pull away from you now.
Thank you.
It's gonna be all right.
And I hate to do this. I just don't know what else to do.
Rita, before you go ahead, don't you think you should tell Ed?
Mama, you don't know how bad things are between us. This is a terrible time for this to happen. Ed wouldn't be glad.
I can't believe that.
Mama, we are not happy. We can't live together.
Is that why you don't want to have your baby? Because you feel you and Ed can't provide a happy home?
It's just all wrong.
You know, dear, you've been so upset by all this, you haven't had a chance to think things through. Well, I mean, there are ways you could care for your child alone. And there's another way, too. Honey, will you hear me out?
Sure.
Rita, if you have your baby, I'll raise it.
Oh, Mama.
I'd be happy to. I made a good home for you two girls, brought you up all right, didn't I? I know how to give a child a good home.
Oh. Mama, I don't know what to say. That's so good of you.
No, honey. This would be my own grandchild. I'd love it.
I can't let you do that.
Why not? Oh, I'm a little older now, sure, but I'm just as strong as I was when you two were little.
Mama, that was before Daddy died. I cannot let you take this on by yourself now.
But, Rita,
Mama, I can't let you turn your whole life upside down because I've made a mess of my life. No, Mama.
Rita, don't you remember how we used to always talk about having children when we grew up?
Evie, it was a long time ago.
People don't change that much, though. You love it. I mean, this is his child. That's a part of him. I mean, wouldn't that make you happy to have a part of him like that? I mean, wouldn't you like to have his child? Rita, you and Ed loved each other. This child's a part of that. That came from that. Even if your marriage doesn't work out, you've got something very precious. You just don't know how lucky you are. I just don't think you should do something you're going to be sorry for. If I had Ben's baby right now, I'd thank God for it.
Oh, Evie, dear.
Oui? It's Alan.
Oui, monsieur. Puis-je vous aider?
Oh, I'm sorry. Roger.
Hi, Alan.
Come on in. Well, didn't recognize me for a minute, did you?
No.
Most encouraging. So how'd you find me? Hire another detective?
I called the hospital. They gave me this address.
Ah. Yep, well, I'm going to be staying here for a few days. So, what brings you to Paris?
I came to see you.
Oh, that's nice. I'm flattered.
Well, I realized you were anxious about going into the hospital. I hope you're calmer now, able to think more clearly about your situation.
My situation?
I don't think you realize how lucky you've been.
What do you mean, to still be alive?
Yes, and to still be out of prison. And to have the chance to start a new life.
That's funny. I don't feel lucky. Incidentally, I think I know what this is all leading up to. It's a kind of a grave warning for me not to return to Springfield, right?
Are you still considering returning?
I am going to return, Alan. What do you think this disguise is for?
You'll be recognized. I recognized you.
Not at first. And let's not forget, you expected to see me. Unlike the rest of the world, you don't think I'm dead. But don't worry, Alan. I intend to be careful.
Why do you want to do this?
I told you. I miss my daughter. I want to see her. Speaking of my daughter, how is she faring with her adopted family?
I've heard that Rita Bauer has left her husband.
What?
Yes, she's left town, and the talk is that she's not planning to come back.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is just beautiful. I knew old Ed couldn't keep her. Sweet Rita's just too restless, you know. I bet she misses me now.
I doubt that. You raped her.
You don't know anything about it. So where's my daughter now?
She's still with Ed.
Why didn't Barbara take her when Rita... What's she still doing with him?
Well, from what I understand, he's going to be raising her now. She's happy enough there.
Happy enough there? What the hell do you know about it?
Well, what do you know about it? The child's nothing to you.
You shut up, Alan.
You don't care one thing about your daughter, so why don't you just leave her alone? Her mother wants her where she is.
Sure, her mother wants her with Ed.
There's certainly nothing to be gained by coming back to Springfield now. Christina's going to be staying with Ed. I mean, you can't want revenge. Your wife's already in prison. She's going to be there for the next 12 years. What more can you do to her?
Try to restrain that tone of pious reproach, Alan. After all, you're the one who helped me put her there. And let's not forget, my wife, my glorious wife, is in jail for murdering me. And why not? She sure as hell tried.
Look, I've set up this job for you in Hong Kong. Now you'll have plenty of money. You can live extremely well there.
Alan, I'm not going to Hong Kong.
But you're not thinking straight. You can't come back to Springfield.
What am I supposed to do? Just forget about my daughter, let her be raised by Bauer?
What else can you do? Are you expecting someone?
No.
Well, I can't be seen here.
Go in there. Oui?
It is Renee.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Renee.
Aren't you going to ask me in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on in.
This is nice.
It'll do.
You look quite well.
Thank you, Doctor.
What is wrong, Arthur?
Nothing.
I thought you would be glad to see me.
Oh, I am, Renee. I just didn't expect to see you.
I am concerned about you.
There's no need to be.
Arthur, I know that you are not happy with the surgery, but you must understand that it takes time.
Sure. Don't worry about it.
I expected a warmer welcome.
Oh, come on, okay? I just got out of the hospital.
Come over to the light.
Why?
I want to look at your face.
Ah.
I still find you quite attractive. Perhaps more than before. We've had a strange relationship, haven't we? From the beginning. Do you feel differently about me now?
No.
You act differently.
I just have a lot of things to think about.
Perhaps you think too much. I think it makes you unhappy. I will not kiss you here or here. But I have not forgotten how you made me feel. Something I have not felt for a long, long time.
Renee, listen, I want you to come back. I'm not feeling myself. I'm a little bit tired. You know, I'm just... Please understand.
I do? Promise me you will not leave Paris without saying goodbye.
How can you even think that?
You must remember you are my patient. You must keep seeing me. I need to check up on the healing.
Renee, I want to see you.
I hope you mean that.
I do, very much.
Shall I come tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Please.
All right.
In fact, we'll just order something up. Would you like that?
Yes. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Gone.
Do you have many friends in Paris?
Not many.
Just women. It's obvious that you make friends quite easily. You should have no problem starting a new life.
Say, this sounds like a little more of the old Hong Kong pitch.
It would solve everything for you.
Wrong, Alan. It would solve everything for you. I'm going back home to see my daughter.
Look, I flew all the way here to talk some sense into you.
You still think you can tell me what to do, don't you?
We agreed you wouldn't come back.
I've changed my mind, Alan. See, I make my own decisions now. And Alan, this kid's going back to Springfield.
Do you still fear him?
Roger? Why should I? He's dead.
I mean, do you still think about him?
No.
Have any dreams about him? Things he did to you?
Listen, that part of my life is behind me, and I'm trying to keep it there. I'm planning to be married again.
Yes, so Mike told me.
When's it going to be, huh?
I don't know. There's a lot of red tape. A couple of weeks, I think.
I'd like to propose something that I think might be helpful.
What?
Your recollection of the day of the shooting. I think we should explore that a little further. The things you recall Roger saying and doing, and the things that Dr. Bauer said and did, and that he doesn't quite remember. I think we should go into that deeper and try to find out why you recall it so differently and so vividly.
But I've told you everything I can.
Holly, would you be willing to undergo hypnosis and talk to me further?
Why?
Well, it might help us understand what happened.
Hypnosis?
Well, if you don't like that idea, there are other alternatives. There's sodium pentothal. We could find probably some memories that are inaccessible right now.
I don't understand. Well, what do you expect me to remember?
What Roger said to you before you shot him and the things he did then.
Do you think I'm crazy?
No, not at all. I just think maybe we could understand further your recollections.
I don't know. I don't like the idea.
Why?
I don't like the idea of losing control like that.
Holly, Ed and I could be there if it'd make you feel more comfortable.
Mike, I have tried so hard to forget all this. Why is it important that I remember it?
I think it could help your case. Believe me, I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't feel it was important.
All right. All right.
This has been The Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Stephen Burrows for Cop Ferrat and Barney's.